But speaking about the album, did was it a because I know that the album it feels so complete. So was there a way that you guys like went towards that album, or was it just like, okay, we're gonna get an album done?
I feel like it was just all in the spirit.
All in the spirit, right?
I like it was just the season for it.
Yeah,
We pondered on doing an album for a long time. All of us have, our respected lives and
right.
families, so it was hard to kind of like get together to actually buckle down and do it. So I think that we all wanted to do a project, but it was just like, okay, when are we going to be able to actually do it?
Right.
And then two, we worried about like the ups and downs, the ins and outs of actually doing a project. So that was in the back of our minds. But I think what ended up happening, it was just authentic. We
Mm,
came together and said, look, we're going to start it off this way. Let's get together at the house and start writing. Let's do
mm,
writing sessions together. And that's kind of how it like came about. Like as we mentioned, Bishop Tazaiwan had wrote some
mm,
songs for us. And we just kind of put it all together that way and said, hey, let's do our first run at the studio. And it just felt good,
right.
just felt like it was the right timing. And I really feel like, the Most High was just, he was in the midst of it all.
Yeah.
And with that being said, like he allowed us to be able to reach so many different people from
Yes.
every and make an impact. And so we're thankful for that and grateful.
I think though, like towards the end of the album, being complete, we did use a little bit of strategy in there because we're like, okay, we talked about the marriages, we talked about family, we talked about the sisterhood. What about our babies? So then we
Yeah. Yeah.
bit obviously a blessed be in there for the babies. So definitely it was orchestrated by the Most High, and at the
Mhm.
tail end, a little bit of our own strategy to cover everything, everyone.
Yeah, that's why I said it felt like a complete album because it wasn't just hitting on specific topics. It was kind of like all over, but it was like perfect. You know what I mean? It was a perfect way to do it. Like you had the love songs, you had the turn up songs, you had the baby, the song that was targeted to the baby. By the way, that's one of my favorite songs, Blessed Be. You know what I mean? That's that whole album is just is a really good album. It really is. But that's one of my favorite songs because like everybody knows I'm a big family person, right? And I love things that can target the kids because the kids they the next generation of this new wave of righteousness that we can push, what I mean, to our people. So if they get it early and they get involved in it, you know what I mean? And that's one thing that I like about what you guys are doing as well. Not only just you guys as musicians, but what you guys do with your ministry. I see that y'all do a lot of targeting for the kids and stuff like that. And that is a beautiful thing because it's not often seen as well within Israel. So I can tell that the spirit is moving in that area, and that was one thing that made me gravitate to y'all. You know what I mean? And you can't fake the spirit. That's all I always say. You can't fake the spirit. It's always you gonna be able to tell who got the spirit and who don't. You know what I mean? And just listening to your music and seeing the way that you guys move, you know what I mean? It's definitely a genuine, spirit based and spirit led type deal. So you guys was talking about how Tazayawan
To Zion.
Tazayawan. Okay. Look, I'm gonna get these names together, y'all. Okay. Don't
Okay.
but so you mentioned that he did a little writing and he kind of helped with the music as well. What how do y'all feel about him being so involved in that process? Like, does that kind of lift you guys up a little bit because it's like, okay, we have the man that's leading over the congregation and have so much care about what we're doing for us, the kids, and the nation. Like, how did that make you guys feel?
How did I make y'all feel, y'all? I mean, man. Well, definitely. I mean, me knowing him, he's a writer. He's a producer. Very, very intelligent and has a lot of wisdom.
Yeah.
So like, just hope the guidance that he's given us has always been like, man, like, how did you think of that?
Yeah.
No, he was the one that did Blessed Be, he was behind New Wife, and For You.
That's
so
a good
it
song
was,
too.
yeah. So I'm like, dang, you really like you thinking about what we need to talk about, and it helped us because it was just like,
Right.
listening to what y'all think, like,
and then it's always good having the husband support as women when we're doing stuff like this, because it is from our time at home, our time from the children. So, all of our husbands, they all got together and was like, we're behind you, we're supporting you. And then obviously to have Tazaya one spearheading with, how, with the writing and stuff like that it helped. We had all the support that we needed to bring this product to life.
Yeah.
Okay. I like how you said that all the husbands came together and fully supported, you know what I mean, and had y'all back. Because especially with music, sometimes it can get stressful. Sometimes it can get overwhelming, you know what I mean, especially when you in the forefront, right?
Right.
And to have somebody's support, strong support, especially your spouse's support, you know what I mean? That's already a beautiful thing because it kind of relieves a little bit of that, you know what I mean? Knowing that you got somebody that cares about what you're doing. I think that's just a beautiful testament to what I got going on over there.
Okay.
Honestly.